Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and welcome to my 2017 office gaming setup tour. So I did one of these in 2016, but a lot of you guys have been requesting that I make another one. Now there have been a couple changes to my setup, and I'm gonna show them to you guys right now. So the rest of my house, which is actually out here, is still a work in progress. So if you want me to show you guys that, maybe drop this video a thumbs up, that would be awesome. What I can show you though, this is where my hats are. So for all my streams, they're just out there. There's also some right there, including this one, which is the Los Santos GTA 5 hat. So I've always thought that that was pretty cool. But anyways, let's get back to the setup. So that's obviously where we enter. That's the door right there. Let's start with the least exciting stuff first. So we've got this kind of island over here. This is just meant to be sort of like an area where I can put stuff or work on some things. I've got a knife for either opening letters or boxes, extra glasses, some tissues, pens. This is sort of a charging station right here. I've got like portable chargers, so I can put my phone there, which is really cool. But this also has some of the coolest features of this office. We've got the YouTube Silver play button, which is right here. And that was for when I actually got 100,000 subscribers, which was a long time ago. So that's pretty cool. And then right next to it, we've got the golden play button. And what's cool is they don't make this version anymore. And that was for getting 1 million subscribers. So that is awesome right there. Hello. So that's pretty cool. It's got my logo, YouTube, and the gold play button. This thing is incredibly heavy. So that is pretty awesome. And as far as what is going on down here, this is actually just a drawer with some miscellaneous stuff. That is a trash can. Some chargers for, I think, like a laser pointer and some batteries. And then I've got my refrigerator. I cannot tell you guys how important it is to stay hydrated while gaming or making videos. So I've got a refrigerator literally feet from my workstation, and it's just got water inside. You gotta stay hydrated, so I've just got a bunch of water bottles inside. That's what's in my office refrigerator right there. This is the one that gives me all the trouble during the live streams, which I always think is pretty funny. Staying on this wall over here, we've actually got my closet. I'll actually open this up for you guys so that you can see it. It's pretty well organized. I've got some backpacks and stuff that I take to conventions. There's a Razer one. There's a Gamma Labs one. I've got a lot of stuff in here, including boxes, extra gear like monitors, mouses, headsets, all sorts of crazy stuff. I've got bags full of cables and everything like that, some old posters, then some miscellaneous stuff up here. Look at this, a Nintendo 64. That is very retro. Some stuff I actually need to put up, like some souvenirs and all that good stuff, and then extra microphone cases. So that's my closet. This is where I just put my overflow stuff, and I try to keep it as, you know, clean as I can, but also for extras in case I end up needing anything. So this corner right here is the next part of my room. I've got this chair for sitting down in. It's got a subscribe pillow there. It's also got a soccer ball. I'm a big fan of soccer, football. I have the massive Mr. Boss for the win logo that is on the wall. This thing is crazy. It's like 4 by 5 feet. It is absolutely huge. You guys can see it in the background of some of my streams. And then we've got this light right here. Now, my favorite part of this light is this, the fact that it can change colors, do whatever I want. You see this setting primarily during my streams where it's flashing between different colors and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. And that's primarily what you see in the background of all my streams, is like this wall right here. So that's pretty cool, and it should give you a pretty good idea of what's going on behind me when I end up streaming. Now, before we jump into the rest of the bulk of my setup, one thing you guys told me you wanted to see in the last setup video was more what's inside, like the drawers and stuff. So this one right here is just a bunch of really miscellaneous stuff. I've got an extra mouse. I've got Warner Brothers kind of notepad right there, my iPhone box, some extra cables, accessories, my Alexa box, an extra PS4 controller, some business cards down there. So not a whole lot going on. And then in this drawer down here, it might be a little bit hard to see, but I've got some extra like cables, and I've got like a work box and stuff down there. It is very hard to see. I've got like a GoPro box. Oh, there is one thing that's really cool. Let me actually pull that out and show it for you guys. So I'm not gonna go over this in too much detail because I have a full dedicated video to that. I'll leave a link to it in the description. This is what Rockstar actually gave me as kind of a Christmas present a couple years ago. It has a bunch of stuff in there like t-shirts, accessories. It has this Epsilon program necklace. This is just like the guide for GTA 5, but that is what Rockstar sent me, and I have it, still have it in my office, which I think is pretty cool. So that's probably the most interesting thing that's inside that drawer right there. Staying with the incredibly uninterested, we actually have a bathroom in here. Not all that exciting, but it is kind of convenient as it's literally steps away from where I make my videos and stuff like that. So don't have to go far to use the restroom, which is a plus. Okay, now before I get into this setup, I can hear the comments right now. You guys are gonna say, Mr. Boss for the win, this is overkill. Why do you need all this much? And there's a method to my madness, but here we go. This is the entire reveal. So I figured I would do the reveal first, show you guys kind of a, I guess 180 of everything. And then what I'll end up doing is breaking it down sort of piece by piece. So let's start over here. We've actually got just the remotes for this TV right here. So I love having a TV in my office. A lot of times I'll have sports on or news or whatever, doesn't matter. It's nice to just look up and see something different when you're recording videos and whatnot. I've got my wallet and my keys. I've got this little guy right here, which tells me the weather inside and outside. It is really hot in my office right now. This controls my fan. That is for the TV. This is a little train from my college. We've got the Xbox One remotes right there. We have sort of a crazy sticker bomb one, just a regular black one, which is pretty cool. And those, of course, go to the Xbox One, which is right here. Now, I do not use my Xbox One all that much. As you can see, it's updating as we speak. But I do have a couple games on here that I enjoy, and it is hooked up to this Dell 24-inch monitor. So this is the first monitor right there, and behind it is the Xbox One. Now, I try to have practical cable management. It's not the best, but there is a method to my madness. So there's the Xbox One right there. You can see all the cords required for it have like either zip ties or they've got rubber bands around them, which is, I think, pretty cool. So it keeps it a little bit nice and organized. We have my first headset right here, which is the Astro A40. So this is what I use for my PC and the Xbox One. And we also have my first microphone as well. This is connected to my streaming and gaming PC. So this microphone is the Editor's Key SL600. A lot of people ask what microphone I use. It's this one, just a standard blue pop filter, and it is on this Rode mic stand right here. I think this was about $99, but it's awesome because as you can see, I can move it this way, I can move it that way, I can move it whatever direction I want. I can get this microphone to the exact position I need in order to get my recordings done. Moving on down here, this is my phone. It is an iPhone 6S. Not that I think that matters for gaming at all, but it's usually a part of my setup. I've got the Astro A40 mix amp right here. I can obviously adjust it to whatever I want. And then we've got my PC. Now my PC is connected to this monitor right here, which is the 27-inch 2K ASUS Republic of Gamers monitor. Very crisp, I absolutely love it. It's on a swivel so I can move it up or down. I could shift it horizontally, vertically. That's where my PC is connected to. This is the webcam I use. It is a Logitech webcam, and it is just a regular 1080p one. I'm not exactly sure the model. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I'm pretty simple when it comes to my keyboard. This is literally a $20 wireless Logitech keyboard. I have all those fancy keyboards inside there, and at the end of the day, I'm using a $20 wireless one that I got at Best Buy. Go figure. This is the mouse I'm using. It is the Razer Death Adder, I believe. It's always served me well, and I have no problem with it. It's sitting on my GTA 5 Life Invader mouse pad, which says, go dock yourself. So I think that's pretty cool, and that's just the mouse setup I have for the PC. Now speaking of the PC, there it is. Now the wires are a little bit of a mess, but I tried to keep them as organized as I can, and in a second, you'll see what I've kind of done. So I'll leave the specs to it in the description. I've got my terabyte hard drive, which is what I use to transfer gameplay from my PC to my Mac, which I'll talk about in a second. I've got all the cords running out of the back here, running up. Speaking of that, in terms of cable management, what I tried to do is I tried to create like slits and holes in my desk. This is a custom desk, and you can see all the wires run up sort of the back of the desk. So none of them really hang down. They're not at my feet. They're not touching me, which is the objective here. And if we actually move back up, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. There's like little holes right there and all down there. So that's where I can drop the wires through so that they're not like piling up in the back, which is pretty awesome. There isn't a whole lot else that's down here, just a Xbox 360 controller that I use for gaming, whole bunch of other stuff, wires, cables, accessories, non-important stuff, but that's the extent of the messiness. And I got a lot of comments about this as well. Mr. Boss, you shouldn't have your PC on the carpet. I know, but it's awkward anywhere else. I'm trying to find a better spot, but it's awkward to put it anywhere else. Now, onto the second computer. My second computer is a 2016 iMac, 27-inch. So this is what I use for editing. As you can see, we've got Final Cut Pro right there. I use Photoshop for thumbnails and pretty much anything else. So this is what I use. A lot of people want to get into the argument of PC versus Mac. I like both. I use my PC to stream and to game on, and I use my Mac to edit on. I prefer editing on a Mac, obviously prefer gaming on a PC. So again, a lot of people want to get into an argument about which is better. I think one is better at some things, others are better at the other things. That is my iMac that I actually use for editing. I've just got the standard Apple keyboard, another Razer Death Adder right there with the iFruit mousepad, which is pretty cool. Again, I got that from Rockstar as kind of a gift. So I use it and I think it's pretty cool. Fits the kind of GTA 5 theme that I have going here in my office. If we move over here, we have another 24-inch Dell monitor, and this one is connected to my PS4. So I've got the white PS4 right there, as you can see, the red PS4 controller, and I've also got this hooked up to another Astro A40, which this one is sitting right over there. My PS4 is in the back. It's a little messy with the wires. Again, I try to keep it as organized as I can, but you can see we got the PS4 going right there. And this is my second microphone. This is what I use for recording videos. This is the Editor's Key SL600. A little bit different. You can see it's hooked up to the same microphone boom right here. It's got the same simple pop filter on there, nothing too crazy, and that is connected to my editing PC right there. So I've got kind of a dual system setup. I've got editing PC, PS4, this microphone, and then PC, Xbox One, that microphone. Each one has their own set of headsets, each one has their own set of monitors, etc. And then this monitor over here is actually an extra. This is my old iMac, and the only reason it's here is in case something happens to this guy. So I can like switch it over. Like if something happened and I couldn't get it fixed in 2 or 3 days, I could just use this one. So that's extra, it's never turned on, and it just is a placeholder for my second set of Astro A40s, the red one right there, which is really cool. And then I've got my Amazon Alexa right there, which I've actually turned off for this video, otherwise it would have started talking to me. So that is where my Alexa goes. And if we move over here, I've just got another area that I use kind of recreationally. So I've got my 2016 MacBook Pro right there. That's what I take on the road for events like E3, which is what I'm at right now. And then a notebook. This is where I keep like notes and ideas for videos and stuff like that. So that is why that is right there. And it's kind of a nice area to spread some stuff out. And I've got a window right there. I'm in the lowest floor of my house right now, but it is nice to see that we get some lighting coming in. That's the only window in here. And the last couple of things people are gonna ask me about, this is my chair. It is a DX Racer. I've had it for a couple years now. I like it a lot. It's comfortable. I can sit at it for hours at a time, and it works really well for what I need to do. So that's my chair. You're probably wondering what these things are on the wall. These are to absorb sound, so they're soft. So when I'm speaking right now, there hopefully isn't as much of an echo. It'll probably sound way better on the microphones that I use, but even for this video, it's probably pretty helpful. And then I've just got this fan right here. That's probably pretty bright, but it keeps me really cool. This thing can go incredibly fast. It is on low right now, but it can really get going and keep you cool with all like these heat producing elements in here. So again, getting back to the point that you guys are gonna say this is monitor overkill, each monitor is connected to one thing: Xbox One, PC, Mac, PS4, and then extra one. Could this technically go away? Yes, but I have it out here. It looks cool, and it's a nice kind of 5 monitor setup. But that is my 2017 gaming setup and office setup where I live stream and record videos. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I will do my best to try and answer them as best as I can. As I mentioned, I'm at E3 this week, so this is why this video is going up. But hopefully you did enjoy. If you guys did, be sure to drop it a like rating. That would be awesome. Subscribe if you guys are new. And as always, let me know what you think of my setup. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video.